As much as a lot of people have asked me to do a deep dive on all the drama and the history, I think TikTok has done enough of that and it's time to move on. If there's anything we know about Selena Gomez, it's that she does not want to be attached to past relationships, nor does she want to be attached to anybody's petty drama. Selena has said in the past that she would like to be known for her hard work, her career, and her philanthropy work. So that's the deep dive you're getting from me right now. It all started when this cute little squishy was born on July 22nd, 1992 in Texas. Her father is of Mexican descent and her mother, who was adopted, has Italian ancestry, and Selena is a third generation American Mexican. Selena Gomez and I have something in common. We both spoke our native language fluently at a young age. Selena spoke fluently in Spanish until she was 7. I spoke fluently in Arabic until I was 4 or 5, and that's my sister's fault. If you know, you know. Growing up, Selena's parents were not together. Her mother had her at 16 years old and she was struggling financially. In the past, both of them have actually opened up about the struggles. Her mom has even mentioned how they would walk to their local dollar store just so they can buy spaghetti for dinner, how they would search for quarters just so she can get gas for her car. Selena has talked about how she was frustrated as a child that her parents were not together, but then also talked about how much her mother sacrificed at such a young age. She says, "My mother was really strong around me. Having me at 16 had to have been a big responsibility. She gave up everything for me, had 3 jobs, supported me, sacrificed her life for me." Selena has also talked about how close she was to her grandparents and how they pretty much raised her while her parents were finishing up school. Selena then began doing pageants until she got her big break. It was 2002 when Selena began her acting career. Now by '02, I had definitely outgrown Barney, so I missed the Selena era. But when I was younger, we had to hide the fact that we would watch Barney because people in school would pick on you. But I was obsessed. Barney was my friend, okay? During this time period, Selena was apparently really shy, and she said she learned a lot from being on Barney. She had no idea what camera right was, what blocking was. Honestly, I have no idea what any of that is. But Selena was on Barney from 2002 until 2004. She did 13 episodes total and then was released because she was unfortunately too old. Fast forward 2 years later and Selena Gomez is guest starring on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. If you were not around for this Disney era, I don't know what to tell you because you're really missing out. They just don't make Disney stars the way they used to. Now fast forward a year later, it's 2007 and it's Selena's year to shine. Selena didn't just appear on the Hannah Montana show, but she was given a reoccurring role as the pop star Michaela. We'll continue this in part 2. After Selena had reoccurring roles on Hannah Montana, she filmed pilot episodes for 2 different Disney Channel series, and they were not Wizards of Waverly Place. One was a spin-off of The Sweet Life. The other was a spin-off of Lizzie McGuire. I actually never knew this, and I'm thankful they did not take off. She would then later audition for Wizards of Waverly Place and lands the lead role as Alex Russo. What's that? A hat, crazy funky junky hat, overslept, hair slightly, kinda look like Keira Knightley. We've been there, we've done that. We see right through your funky hat. With landing a role like that, Selena and her mother moved to LA and the show is a huge success, turning Selena into a Disney child star. The following year, which was 2008, was a pretty big year for Selena. Not only was Wizards picked up for a 2nd season, but she got to do the voice of the mayor's daughter, Helga, in Horton Hears a Who. But that's not all, because in 2008, Selena also starred in another Cinderella story. She also won a Young Actress Award. She contributed 3 songs to the soundtrack, and one of those 3 songs was the first time she entered the Billboard Hot 100 chart. And she also recorded a song for the Tinkerbell soundtrack. That was all in 2008. She was 16 at the time. I probably couldn't even do all of that now. But that's not all she did in 2008. She signed a record deal with Hollywood Records. She formed a production company, which she called July Moon Productions. And you won't believe this, I actually did not know this, but we all know that Selena Gomez was an executive producer on 13 Reasons Why. What I didn't know was back in 2008, when she was 16 years old and just started her own production company, she had announced that she was going to turn 13 Reasons Why, which was a novel, into a movie and play the lead role. So this has been on her radar since 2008. I just can't believe she held on to wanting to bring that to our screens for that long. By 2009, Selena Gomez was all over Disney. She continued with Wizards of Waverly Place, and she would do crossovers with The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She guest starred as herself on Sunny with a Chance, and she starred in the Disney film Princess Protection Program. She also starred in Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie, and what I didn't know at the time was it was the second most watched TV movie on cable after High School Musical 2. Selena then decides she wants to cross over into music and forms a pop rock band called Selena Gomez and the Scene. They released their first album August 2009 called Kiss and Tell, and the reviews were kind of mixed. I think the only song I knew off that album was a song called Naturally, and if you don't know it, we cannot speak. You are the thunder and I am the lightning. That's enough. Following year, they released another album called A Year Without Rain, and again, mixed to positive reviews on that one. I'm running out of time, so we'll continue this in part 3. We're now jumping into June 2011. Selena Gomez and the Scene released their third album, When the Sun Goes Down. The lead single off that album, Who Says You're Not Perfect? Who Says was the band's highest charted song, peaking at number 21. The following single, I love you like a love song, baby. I gotta stop singing. Peaked at number 22, and it stayed there for 38 weeks, making it the band's highest performing single. Anybody else looking at this and immediately go straight to best believe I'm still bejeweled? Anyways, that same year, Selena Gomez stars in the movie Monte Carlo with Leighton Meester and Katie Cassidy, and I'm ashamed to admit, but I've never seen this movie. She made an appearance on The Muppets, and she also hosted 2 completely separate music awards, one in Canada and one in Ireland. 2012 was a sad year for us all because Selena Gomez announced she's taking a break from music, and after 4 seasons of watching her play Alex Russo, Wizards of Waverly Place comes to an end. She then goes on to play a role in Hotel Transylvania, and it's one of those movies I always wanted to watch and it just never happened. I don't know why. Whether I was watching or not, the film was a huge commercial success and it brought in $358 million. Selena had another movie come out in 2012, which was very controversial, and it was Spring Breakers. Again, never watched it. I told myself I would at the time, and it just never happened. One thing I do remember from this time period were her red carpet looks, because need I say more? I mean, just look. Just look. I don't need to speak. Just admire. There was also this stunning dress. There was this look. It's now 2013, and Selena Gomez stars alongside Ethan Hawke in the movie Getaway, but I don't think it's what she expected it to be. Unfortunately, Selena Gomez was nominated for the Worst Actress at the Golden Raspberry Awards, but that's okay because she had a lot of highs, she has one low, and we just move on from it. Now, Selena had announced that her and her band were taking a break from music, but then by March of 2013, poof, solo music career. The following month, she releases the lead single for her first solo album, and that would be When You're Ready, Come and Get It. Na 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 na. I can't stop singing. I'm sorry. And you know what? It was a good career move because that single was her first single in the top 10. Now, it didn't reach number 1, but it sure as hell did reach number 6, okay? She releases her album in July, and it's her first album to debut at number 1. Not only that, but Come and Get It wins Best Pop Video at the 2013 MTV Music Video Awards. By August, she begins her Stars Dance Tour, and she performs all over North America as well as Europe, but then canceled by December of 2013. The statement that fans got was she needed to take time off to spend time with her family. We shall continue in the next part. I had to change and get comfortable, but part 4, Selena Gomez cancels her tour by December of 2013, and the statement was she wanted to spend time with her family. The following month, it's January 2014, and it's reported that Selena Gomez actually spent 2 weeks at a treatment center called Dawn at the Meadows. This treatment center specializes in addiction and trauma in young people, and her rep had said that she went in voluntarily, but not for substance abuse. And what's sad is a lot of people were speculating about what Selena was doing and why she went to the treatment center, but in 2015, Selena actually confirmed that she was diagnosed with lupus, canceled her tour, and went to rehab to get ready for chemotherapy. But before we get into all of that, let's rewind because we're still in 2014. So in 2014, Selena Gomez had another movie coming out, which was called Behaving Badly, but it was filmed prior to her going to rehab. She was then honored with the Ultimate Choice Award at the 2014 Teen Choice Awards, where she gave an emotional speech. I actually tried to read it on camera, and then I started to get emotional because I also understand having a single mom struggling, trying to do her best for you. So I'm just gonna play a little clip.
And there's one thing I want to say. I want to thank my mom so much because she's the greatest human being in the world, and she's strong, and she's given up her life for me, and she's so beautiful. And I want all of you to love your mom and give her everything because she's incredible. And this is for you. This never belongs to me. This always goes to you. Thank you for letting me do what I love.
But even with that speech, Selena Gomez let go of her mother and her stepfather as her managers in April of 2014. A lot of people were surprised because her mom was her manager from the start of her career, but business is business, and we're just gonna keep it moving. Her contract with her record label, Hollywood Records, was also rumored to be coming to an end, and it was said that she was looking for a new record label. And then, out of nowhere, in November of 2014, Selena Gomez releases a very emotional track. And if you heard it and it was not on repeat, you're a liar. The heart wants what it wants. I'm sorry. After releasing this beautiful track, she puts out a compilation album just to finish her contract with her record label and then moves on to sign with Interscope Records. It's now 2015. Selena Gomez has signed with a new record label. She's working on her second album, and she releases a single with Zedd, I Want You to Know. She also appears in Taylor Swift's single, Bad Blood, and I'm just waiting on these two to drop a song together. But I digress. Selena then releases Good For You, which debuts at #1 on the digital songs chart. Her first week sales for the single was 179,000 copies, and it was the best sales week in Gomez's career for a single at this point. She then released her second studio album in October named Revival, and she had a lot of positive reviews from critics. A reminder, Selena had accomplished so much up until this point, and she was only 23 at this time. So yeah, at 23, her second studio album reaches #1 and it's certified platinum. She also released other hit singles from this album like Same Old Love and Hands to Myself. More in the next part.